Okay, come here. There's something I want to show you. Do you know what? It's always really, really like nice to like. It's always a really nice feeling when you've been working on something for so long that you can't really talk about, and you don't know if it's going to come off, and then all of a sudden you can talk about it, and it is going to happen. Not only is it going to happen, it's going to happen really friggin' soon. Okay, let's get to it. Oh, look at this. Absolutely beautiful. This is a box. And not just any box. When it's put together, it's going to be Jazza's Jazzy art box. I feel like I need to build it because I'm just showing you a big slab of cardboard right now. That goes in. Oh, it's coming together. There we go. You ready? Wait, no. Oh my God. It's beautiful. Ah! And then it just slides in there. It just slides in there. Now that is Jazza's Jazzy art box. What is Jazza's Jazzy art box? So, I'm sure you've seen every now and then a YouTuber does some sort of box and they team up with someone, it's some sort of subscription box or something. This is not a subscription box. This is a one-time art materials box. And this is not a half thought out, let's just do something thing. I've been approached by a whole bunch of different people and companies that wanted to do a box with me that I've turned down because I didn't see the point unless it was something I really cared about and knew you guys would really want. But over a year ago, it was actually 2 years ago, I was sent a couple of boxes by these guys. Smarter. They do a subscription box. I'll put the link in the description. They are really cool. So not only do they do subscription boxes that are creativity focused, they send custom art supplies with entirely different activities every month, but really high quality art materials. And this, what's this one? This is, hey, that's Jake Parker. Jake Parker invented Inktober. So maybe this was like an Inktober box. So you can see for this month in particular, it came with a brush, pigment ink-filled brush, some really nice pretty colored inks, some nice, that's a white gel pen, and then we have another zebra. I think this is a brush pen. There we go, calligraphy brush pen. It's a subscription box, a monthly subscription box that they have done for many years, put together by a group of really passionate, artistically minded, high quality seeking people. Anyway, but we became familiar with each other, and then eventually I had this thought, hey, what if you guys helped me make a box with all of my favorite things for you guys? So that was over a year ago that conversation started, and we scoped out possibilities, who we could work with, what materials we get, and I was pretty stubborn with a lot of stuff. As a result, after over a year of talking and prep and everything with these guys, it's coming together, it's happening. We've nailed down all of the suppliers for all of the contents of this box, and this is going to be a super premium, high quality, packed full art box. Come on this way, guys. I'm a little bit excited, sorry. Oh, these are some of the supplies. This is, I mean, you'll see all the supplies soon, but as you can see, I've been sent a whole bunch of different samples. This is the stuff that I've kept in the box among a whole bunch of other stuff, but there's a whole bunch that I wasn't a huge fan of. So I've been refining the list of products and getting it as perfect as possible for ages. We're working on the landing page. There's the landing page, and then this is the set of products. I'm putting an image together. There's still a couple of things to go in there, but look at that. That is a very substantial art box. Not only do you have a set of 12 Faber-Castell pencils, you've got 12 Illustrator Spectrum Noir markers. This is a big deal. There's quite a big story behind this, right? So, do you remember back when I did the video on the Sneak Attack Spectrum Noir markers? I called them Sneak Attack markers because I didn't know where they came from. They were sent to me late last year, out of the blue, a huge box of Spectrum Noir supplies. and I don't know why or how they've found my address. It turns out, and I couldn't really explain it to you in that video or at the time, but it's because of this project. It was because they had suggested Spectrum Noir as an alternative to Copics, which I wanted to include in the box, but I hadn't tried them before. So they asked their supplier to send me samples. They were the samples that I ended up making a video out of. And the conclusion I came to in the video, without even realizing it was for scoping this out, is it was the best financial alternative to Copics, but my problem was with the nibs, the brush nibs, which were a little too soft. Here's where things start to blow my mind a bit. Spectrum Noir were like so cool, like they took that all so on board that they are changing their entire lineup's nibs because of that video. That is blowing my mind. So not only are they custom print, look at that box. They are printing a custom limited edition Jazza set of 12 markers, and they are mine. I picked those 12 markers, and I said to the Smart Art people, who then said to Spectrum Noir, and it's all come together, that there is a custom set of 12 markers in that box with the new nibs, and they're the markers I picked with Jazza on the friggin' box, man. And you can't get that anywhere else. That's just one of the awesome things, aside from, I mean, everything else on there. And I'm gonna make videos about using some of the different art supplies and all this stuff. But this is the first time I can actually tell you guys, because it's locked in now. We just did a final call organising some of the strategies and plans moving forward, and sort of seeing where things are at with prices, and with making sure we can afford to send internationally and all this stuff. You've got some exclusive items that are going to be going in there. You've got the face of Jazza on your box that you can cut out and put on your face and use the hashtag and join in the arty party. Oh my God. This is awesome. I can't believe, like, this is one of those things. I did that video before the transition, like when I pre-recorded a whole bunch of videos, talking about how things ebb away and you sort of plant seeds and sometimes you come back to them and they really work out or turn into something big. And this is one of those things that started off as just an idea, an email that I sent out, turned into a few more emails. Then it started to refine a bit, and we thought, hey, we've got something here. We did a few calls, set up some contracts, organized things with suppliers, started planning a strategy to make videos and content and really nail down the list. I'm talking a lot, but the point is, it's launching, get this, on my birthday on April 20th, next week. Like, that's blowing my mind that it's happened like over so long and then so quickly to happen like that. So that's the thing I'm excited about right now. I'm actually carving fruit today for a video, so I will be doing that. But I had to start off this video like a child, excited, because for my birthday, I get to give you a present. I'm turning 30 and I'm like sharing the arty party with everyone. And the thing I'm most excited about is all the contents are literally like everything you could need to get mega creative. There are brush pens and inks. There are obviously like mechanical pencils and erasers, but then you've got your coloring pencils, your alcohol markers, a really high quality art book, an awesome pencil case, and loads more. All in one box. If that was a mic, I just dropped it. Turns out it's a bit of a Smart Art day. This literally just arrived. Hey, it's the sketchbooks. Here they are. Okay. Look at these. So, my initial preference was going to be the Stillman and Bird sketchbooks. But one of the samples that they suggested in preference of that is this, the Nostalgie sketchbooks, which they suggested was a higher quality. So I was really happy with the initial samples, and then these are the sizes that were going to fit in the final box. The 80-page premium quality sketchbook. It's a great paper thickness, it's really smooth, so they're going to work really well with alcohol markers, and they've got that really cool sort of canvas texture. Very exciting. Alright, cool. I'll leave this one in its wrapper, because we actually, one of the reasons that I need all the exact things that are going to go in the box, because I've been working with samples Sometimes they're different sizes and sometimes they're different colours, but it's all about getting the right quality. But now I need the actual things, because obviously I'll use them in videos when I'm talking about it, but I'll also put together like a really nice sort of boutique looking presentation of all the contents of the box. So that's one of the many exciting pieces of the puzzle. As usual, and back to the actual activity of the day. I've been very distracted by the whole box thing. It's very exciting, I'm sure you'll agree. But today I am going to attempt to answer one of the hard questions. What is the best fruit and or vegetable to sculpt with? I know, tantalizing. There has been a change of plans, because once again, my food art video hasn't gone the way I wanted it to. What is it with me and trying to make art with food? First of all, why do I keep trying to do that? And second of all, why does it never work? Anyway, I recorded the whole opening half. It was pretty good. It was sort of fun, but it all depended, excusing all the whimsy and silliness, sort of depended on pulling off a cool time lapse, and it just wasn't happening. I was going to do the eggplant and carrot. I hollowed out the eggplant. Shouldn't have done that. Now it's all weak and floppy. And on top of that, it was sort of like browning and like decomposing as I was working on it. So the eggplant sort of went sour. I was going to do this thing where I was going to like carve some sort of a mummified character or whatever and have them inside of this sculpted thing, and the idea was that we have this tub here with this light that if I turn it on, the idea was that I could stand hang on, there or something, and then like put this thing on top and have it look dramatic or whatever. It's obviously not quite working even just like that. It's almost cool, but it's just not, and it's falling apart, and it's nearly the end of the day, and I have to finish this today, otherwise the food's not going to work, so I have to throw in the towel. Well, that's today's work down the drain, but still exciting stuff that we vlogged about today. Really can't even explain how excited I am to be doing this box thing. It's actually something I've wanted to do for a long time and never known how I would go about something like that. So just that idea has just sat dormant until I met the right people, and this is a premium art box of all of the best stuff and all of my favorite things all in one box to cater for years of creativity. That's all sort of, I've talked a lot about that, so that's this entire vlog for you. You're welcome. I would wrap up with the question today, but instead what I'm going to do is do a Q&A, which I'm going to record immediately, but I'll make it a separate vlog. Otherwise this one will just get a bit too muddy. So I'm going to plow through your questions, and that one will come out on this channel tomorrow or something. I don't know. Later. Bye.